Welcome to our first solid massacre bonus in H4. I honestly thought this was going to be a 9999, but I made a huge error towards the end. What's going on, Diablos? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the build that's been getting the job done. I'm currently at 3100 CR. I've been using this build since earlier at I think it was 3072 CR. It's very successful in monks. If you're running dogs like we were here, you're gonna need a team. There's certain units, the ones that pull you in. If they pull you in with a yellow unit, it could be GG pretty quick. So I'm thinking 3175 for dogs, and you're going to want to be at 3200 for goats. Those shaman will just eat you alive. But there was my mistake. I thought that demon hunter was on the squad. Oopsie. The build is very similar to our challenge rift build. We're using the cyclone on the chest piece. Exploding palm, constantly bursting. We need that. We need to keep everything frozen to mitigate damage. Speaking of mitigating damage, 7-sided strike, 7 times 3.5. Let me do some math. That is almost 25% damage reduction, as long as it's hit 7 times, which chances are it always will. 24.5, being 100% accurate. We do run Mystic Allies when we're solo. If you're in a group and you want to try something else, let's take a look. I have not really thought about using anything else. This would be awesome as well in a group. Cyclone Strike also temporarily decreases damage by 20%. That would be big. What else do we have? That's good as well. Exploding Palm Explosion, 30% more damage would also be a good option. But for solo, I would stick with the 30%. That extra 3 seconds can go a very long way. Mystic Allies on the 7-sided. And Exploding Palm is icy. So crucial. You want to keep everything frozen. Everything frozen. Let me show you this build in action. Hope no one's at monks. I'm not trying to ruin anyone's farm. Right now, if you are at 3100 or above and you can get a team of 4 together, it is the perfect time to farm. You're not going to be interrupted. And that's the worst. You know, you have a good chain going, and all of a sudden another group comes in and just Leroy Jenkins you. It does look like there's some people here. So we won't attack anything in the circle. We will run off to the side so we don't ruin their farm. Yeah, there's some people here. So let's run off. And what we're doing is we want to keep everything behind us. Just constantly keep everything kited. I'm not sure about the mobs here. The mobs in the circle are very easy to manage. And see our 7-sided strike? We have that little shield that's mitigating damage. We have someone over here. I want to find somewhere where I can show you a little bit bigger of an example. We're not ready for dogs yet. And at 3100, we're not ready for yellow yet as well. The champions. Let's see what our reduction is. We recently went up a little bit. So we deal 54% less damage and we take 118% damage right now. And that is at 3112. So I'm thinking at 3150, this should become very manageable. The damage is not too bad at 3112. It's crazy what a small difference makes too, because at 3064, that was my first attempt at a solo H4, and it was horrible. We were hitting for like 800. So just a small difference in CR. Well, let me know. This is not going to work. See, the good thing about monks and the good thing about the dogs is there's not ranged units. This is not going to work in a ranged environment. Monks are not good against range. But pretty much the same thing we're doing in our challenge rifts, but Just, honestly, this is a bit easier. Those challenge rifts are getting rough. Well, let me know if you try out the build, and I thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great day, eat some good food, and above all else, smash.